Hello there. You're now with me, Cheryl Shamato, for TVS English News at 5. Let's begin with the top stories. Today, March 23rd, marks the first day of the holy month of Ramadan for the Muslim community, which also signifies the return of Ramadan Bazaars. Over in Sarike, the Posa Raya Bazaar at Kampong Seberang Sarike features over 160 traders selling diverse fares and offerings to townsfolk. What's unique, the bazaar also includes traders of different ethnicities.
Untuk tahun tu memang boom lah sebab tahun lepas kami mula di sebelah Nun, sebelah stadium dan ada tertutup sikit sebab di situ adalah kawasan makanan sebelum tu dan kami orang menjual produk di sebelah Nun, di sebelah stadium. Jadi untuk tahun tu kami orang akan combine makanan dan produk sekali. Minyak wangi, telekong, sejadah, semua produk-produk perayaan, biskut, kek semua ada di situ. Jadi beramai-ramailah kita orang pergi situ untuk memeriahkan dan mencari produk untuk perayaan kita tahun 2000.
Gembiralah sebab boleh menambahkan pendapatan walaupun non-Muslim dapat berjual dan keadaan berjual kena tak baguslah sebab ada disediakan kanopi putih. Kira lebih selesa lah daripada last year punya.
Jadi berkenaan dengan persediaan barang-barang raya tu dah lebih sebulan sebelum raya lah. Kami orang memang dah standby untuk ambil stok, pakai jualan, pakai untuk kegunaan orang pada hari raya kelak. Di antaranya adalah seperti baju kurung, t-shirt dan banyak lagi lah pakaian.
According to its organizer, Alif Omar Yunus, the bazaar is jointly organized together with Kuala Rajang State Legislative Assembly Service Centre, Tanjung Manis Parliament Service Centre, Tabung Haji and Sarike's Downtown Management Committee.
Keistimewaan di Bazar Puasa Raya Downtown Taman Selera pada kali ini adalah ini merupakan kali pertama penganjurannya seumpamanya di Sarike apabila pihak kami membuat keseragaman keseluruhan kanopi bagi keselesaan penjaja dan juga pengunjung sepanjang bulan puasa inilah. Selain daripada itu, terdapat juga pengisian program mingguan, antaranya adalah majlis berbuka puasa bersama masyarakat yang akan diadakan di perkarangan Taman Selera.
He said the bazaar received an encouraging response from the public and hopes that more young traders will participate in the program.
Now, the Ramadan period signals a time of spiritual reflection, self-discipline and renewal. For others, it's a celebration of food and the bustling Ramadan bazaars. With a myriad of food options available, it can be a hard time to decide what to have for iftar. Those looking for a traditional fare can look no further than a hearty bowl of mee JAWA.
Springy yellow noodle, coated in thick yellow sauce and dressed with chili slices, crunchy bean sprouts, lime wedges and boiled eggs. Mee JAWA is commonly eaten in the morning for breakfast. For Mee JAWA RABAK Sukma owner Mira Isnawan, it is also a hearty meal, making it a preferred choice for breaking a fast.
Mun kami nak melakukannya dalam 3-4 jam juga lah. Pasal kami ada dua kuah sate dengan kuah mee JAWA ya. Yang lain-lainnya pun cara mulahnya lah. Rumit bang, memang rumit. So kita nak kekalkan resepi lama lah. Kami nak kekalkan yang pun keistimewaan lah. Kualiti yang kami casa kata orang beri yang terbaik lah untuk customer kami. So kami presentation yang pun mee JAWA ya dengan kuahnya semualah. So rasanya pun memang sama lah.
While it does not come to mind as often as its kolo mee or laksa counterpart, Mee JAWA has a distinct flavor that makes the people come for more.
Situ mie-nya siklah manis. Kita boleh boleh request nak lebih toge kah, apakah ya istimewanya.
Mungkin kuahnya karena sebagai orang Indonesia ini hampir-hampir sama dengan mie Aceh gitu kan. Jadi tetap makanan Sarawak tapi ada taste Indonesianya juga. Iya pastinya. Terutama mie Jawa sini ya karena memang ini menjadi menu menu wajib di keluarga kami untuk buka puasa. Anak-anak saya juga suka.
Right, and now on to the next update. The Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency (MMEA) yesterday intercepted a local fishing vessel in Bintulu for allegedly fishing beyond its permitted zone. 3 crew local members aged between 35 and 52 were arrested, along with the fishing equipment worth $500,000 ringgit and 100 kilograms of freshly caught fishes. MMEA Bintulu Director Captain Muhammad Khairul Anwar Saad said the arrest took place around 5 nautical miles of Kuala Balingan at around 10 a.m. All 3 crew were escorted to the Bintulu Maritime Zone Vessel Detention Centre for further action. The case is being investigated under Section 8(b) of the Fisheries Act 1985 for violation of the licence conditions. And the Home Ministry, KDN, has thus far received a total of 688 applications for citizenship for children born overseas by Malaysian mothers married to foreigners, the Dewan Rakyat was told today. And for that, our reporter, Burhanuddin Kamil, will fill us on the details. Over to you, Burhan.
Thank you, Cheryl. The Home Minister, Datuk Seri Saifuddin Nasution Ismail, said the number was from a total of 150,000 citizenship application received by his ministry to date.
Tapi apakah ini satu-satunya angka? Tidak. Di luar sana masih ada, kita yakin. Cuma mereka belum memasukkan permohonan. Perkara ini adalah sebuah di bawah perkara 15.2, iaitu permohonan warga negara bagi anak yang lahir di luar negara. Masa Perlembagaan Persekutuan ini dibuat, tahun 1950-an, belum terbayang lagi kaum wanita di negara kita akan merantau bertemu jodoh ataupun belajar dan membina kerjaya di luar negara.
He said during a question and answer session at the Dewan Rakyat today, replying to a supplementary question from Datuk Muntas Manawi, a parliament member of Tumpat, who wanted to know the number of applications received involving mother applying for citizenship for children born overseas. He also said that the Home Ministry also aimed to finalize the 948 citizenship applications received in Sarawak before June this year. I think that's all from me. I'm Burhanuddin Kamil, and with Zulkifli at Dewan Rakyat, back to Kuching.
Right, thank you, Burhan, for that update. And Sarawak solidifies its grounds on becoming the leader of green energy after it had received 5 fuel cell electric vehicles on Wednesday, March 22nd. Originally, the FCEVs were meant to be utilized in Peninsula, but moved Sarawak instead due to the lack of facility. This indicates that Sarawak recognizes its role towards greener energy, being an early adopter on establishing charging infrastructure. Now, to discuss this matter further, let us welcome Dr. Hazrul Mohammed Basri, a senior lecturer for the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering from UNIMAS. Now, Doctor, thank you again for joining us for the second time this week. First of all, the presence of such vehicles indicate that Sarawak is leading in its undertaking on advanced technology and probably becoming a producer of such green energy source.
So the allocation of the 5 fuel cell electric vehicle or FCEV to Sarawak instead of the federal government could be for a variety of reasons. Sarawak may have been chosen as the recipient of FCEV first because of its readiness. The decision to give the FCEV to Sarawak could also have been part of a broader effort to promote regional development. By supporting the adoption of clean energy technologies, such as FCV, the government may have been seeking to position Sarawak as a leader in the clean energy sector. As we know, the transition towards producing green energy is necessary and also a critical step towards mitigating the climate change and reducing greenhouse gas emission. While there are still much work to be done, progress is being made in many areas towards the adoption of renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and hydroelectric power. Overall, there are still some challenges to overcome. The shift towards producing energy, green energy to replace fossil fuel is a critical step. However, we can see that there are drastic effort from the Sarawak government. We can see that the Sarawak government undertake drastic action, and I think we are moving in the right direction towards replacing conventional fossil fuel.
Right, thank you, Doctor. Now, with relation to transitioning into green energy, do you think we are ready to fully utilize green and renewable energy as another alternative source of power?
Yeah. So, as we know, Sarawak is very rich in natural resources that we could harness for the production of green energy. For example, the state has significant potential for hydropower generation, and the government has already launched several initiatives to increase the use of renewable energy sources in the state. Okay. However, transitioning to totally green energy system requires more than just the availability of the natural sources. In relation to this topic, while the allocation of FCEV to Sarawak is a positive step, it is just one aspect of a larger effort to transition towards a more sustainable energy system. Of course, there are still much work to be done, and the state will need to continue to invest and to prioritize sustainable initiative to make a successful transition into green energy as its main sources.
Before we move on, Doctor, at the current rate in terms of development in the green energy sector, do you think Sarawak has enough time to fully diversify the state's energy sector by 2030 or even before 2030? So
far, we have the hydro, we have the solar, and then now we have the hydrogen coming in into a big picture. So I think it's possible. In fact, if you're looking at only for hydroelectric, so hydroelectric power generation, we are able to generate not only for our local residents, but also we are able to export the power, the electricity to neighboring countries and also to Peninsula Malaysia. So just to answer your question, I think it's totally possible. We are still in 2023, so we still have 7 years ahead to reach this objective. And inshallah, I think Sarawak will be able to achieve this objective by 2030.
Right, thank you so much, Dr. Hasrul, for that insight and for joining us earlier today. Now, that's all the time we have for TVS News at 5. I'm Cheryl Chamato. Thank you for watching.